Alright guys, well I finally found my saw. Did a little bit of research, watched a bunch of videos, and hands down this is supposed to be the best top handle electric saw, and so far I tend to agree. This is new to me. This has been out for about a year. It's a Milwaukee 18. You can use the 18 volt batteries in it. This retails for I think $350, just basically for the tool, but I got it on sale. It was the last day of the sale and it was $250, and this was an open box. So basically all I got was the saw, no battery, no charger, but I already have Milwaukee tools, so I have a bunch of batteries, knockoff batteries, regular batteries. So I already have the charger. There's one battery, two batteries, three batteries, four batteries. That's just what I could find just looking around. So there might be a couple more floating out there. I'm sure I have more chargers, and you can get these batteries pretty inexpensively, and you can also get the knockoff batteries, which are pretty similar, almost exactly the same, and they're not that expensive. Another thing I like about them, they're really light. The charger, you can hardly hear it when it's charging. So what do I like and dislike about the saw? Well, already I like it better than my Ego. I have an Ego chainsaw and I'm always messing with the buttons, turning it on and off. This one has a 14-inch bar. I'm hoping I can upgrade it to 16, because that's what I do with my other saws. Oh, it also came with the chain on backwards, so I definitely haven't used it yet. I don't know if they did that as a safety precaution, or they whoever assembled it did that. So anyway, another cool thing I like is the scrunch is right on the bottom. I don't know why they don't do this with gas-powered saws, but that is such a cool option, and it doesn't take much engineering to do that. But Milwaukee is always putting in those little extra gadgets, and that's going to be out of the way. It's locked in there pretty tight. I don't think you're going to lose that. All you got to do with this one is pop the battery in, fill it with bar oil, and you got your lanyard here. I was afraid it was going to be a little heavier. I have a 201T. I've been using 200Ts for years, and then they discontinued them. I kept trying to buy them and buy them. I bought every one I could find. I wore them out. I had like probably 5 or 6 of them completely wore slap out. And the other day I was using my 200T, and actually I had shorts on. I was working on the bucket truck, and just that little muffler there, it always melts that plastic guard off. I always get burnt eventually working with a gas saw. I always get burnt too with the pole saw, because we're always basically reaching out and holding it from the back. So a lot of times if you see burn holes in my shirt, that's what that's from. But anyway, super tight chain brake. The only thing to turn the saw on and off is the chain brake, because once you hit this little lever and pull the trigger, that's it. So there's no, did I have it on? Did I push a button? Is the button in the right mode? Is it on high or low? It's just on or off, which I really like, because when you're up in a tree, especially if you're climbing, you don't want to be sitting here and trying to make sure the button's on and then this is pushed and that's pushed. When you have a battery in here and the chain brake is off, you're live. No nonsense, just less to break. Also too, these batteries are super lightweight. I think it says 150 cuts. I don't know what battery what they're talking about, but there's plenty of room to put bigger batteries in here. And that's it. I tested it the weight wise to my 200 201T, and they're super similar. Like the weight, everything feels almost the same. This handle's a little thinner, easier to grab, and I kind of like, a lot of people are talking about this safety feature. I think I like it because everybody that I've heard about, they just move their hand up here and grab it. It's very natural movement. You don't have to push something weird here and there and up here. Just when you grab the saw, it's ready to go. That's the only way to turn it off. Chain brake kills everything. It's kind of hard to unlock, but also too, it's a low speed. So basically what's going to happen is you're not going to be able to do those little zing cuts, like if you're letting a branch come over and you're cutting it, and as it swings, bzz, you hurry up and cut that last little bit off. This is not the saw for that. But as far as like what I do mainly is out of my bucket truck, I will basically grab the limb, cut it, and then throw it, cut it and throw it. That's what these are, top handlers are so good for. I use a couple of the different steel saws, but I prefer the 201T because it has more power, and I can, after I get done trimming a tree, I can start making the bigger cuts. And then I put a 16-inch bar. If you put the Pico bar, the smaller chain and bar and chain on it, it boosts up the power. So even your regular top handles have almost as much power as the 201T. So this one has even more torque. So I'm going to be able to basically make those large cuts faster. So I can't wait to use this. We have a job on Monday, and so far so good. It comes with a nice scabbard. Yeah, I think I'm gonna like it. And I mean, it's not probably gonna be good for every single job, but there's gonna be a lot of jobs that I think it'd be better for the jobs that you're doing, of course, less cuts. And a lot of times we go out to jobs, we're doing smaller trees. So you don't have to have, there's very few jobs where my top handle runs out of fuel. Unless I'm doing multiple trees or I'm taking down almost the whole tree with the top handle. So with this saw, I'll basically limb everything, top it, block a few blocks, and then I'll basically get my bigger saw. So I think it's gonna work well. And then these are so light, I could keep this in a pocket. I could keep this somewhere in the bucket truck up top. I could slide a few of these in and have multiple run times, because I know the batteries aren't going to last, of course, as long as like gas. But I think being able to have these small battery packs and stash them up in the bucket is going to be awesome, and it's going to be enough to get me through most of the day or whatever the job is. So anyway, stay tuned. I'm going to do a couple reviews. I'm going to take you guys up in the bucket truck and show you how much power this has. Maybe tomorrow I'll take it out. We got some wood laying around the yard. I'll put it up against the 200T or the 201T, and also some of the other saws, and see how the power is. Of course, turn the chain on the right way. So, all right, guys, I'll leave a link in the description. They do sell them on Amazon. They're a little bit more expensive, but they have combo kits where you can get the batteries and stuff with it. But since I already had the batteries and the charger, I didn't need it. But I will probably be buying a few more batteries just to have them. So, all right, guys, I'll see you in the next one.